What's your name?
Ser Duncan the Tall.
Never heard of him.
Do you know every knight in the Seven Kingdoms, then?
The good ones. If you could bring me to Ashford, I could squire for you, sir.
Rob me, and I'll hunt you down with dogs.
You don't have dogs!
I'll get some.
Where?
Oh!
In the ashes of war, when kings have fallen and dragons no longer soar, a new story begins, one written in blood, honor, and destiny. The upcoming Hollywood epic, A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, takes us back to Westeros, long before the Iron Throne was forged by power and shattered by ambition. This is not the tale of Daenerys Targaryen or Jon Snow, this is the forgotten legend that shaped them all. A tale of courage, loyalty, and the choices that define history. Set 100 years before Game of Thrones, the story follows Ser Duncan the Tall, a humble hedge knight with nothing but his armor, his sword, and an unshakable sense of honor. He's not born of noble blood, nor blessed by gods, yet within him lies the spirit of a true knight, one destined to change the course of kingdoms. By his side stands his unlikely squire, a sharp-tongued boy named Aegon, who hides a secret that could alter the fate of the realm itself. For this boy is no ordinary servant, he is Aegon Targaryen, heir to the dragon bloodline, destined one day to rule. The film begins with Duncan and Aegon wandering the dusty roads of the Seven Kingdoms, searching for purpose in a land fractured by feuding lords and fading honor. When they arrive at a royal tourney hosted by House Targaryen, they find themselves swept into a storm of deceit, power, and betrayal. The tournament is more than sport, it's a test of loyalty, a stage where alliances are forged and enemies are marked for death. As the story unfolds, Duncan's code of honor clashes with the cruelty of noble houses. When he stands up for a peasant girl abused by a powerful lord, he unknowingly sparks a conflict that threatens to ignite the entire kingdom. Suddenly, this unknown hedge knight becomes a symbol of defiance, a man who dares to challenge the tyranny of the ruling class. In his courage, the people see hope. In his rebellion, the nobles see danger. The tension rises when Duncan discovers that Aegon's true identity as a Targaryen must be kept hidden at all costs. The realm is on the brink of civil war, and if the wrong people discover who Aegon really is, both of them will die. But fate is not so kind, the secret begins to unravel, and whispers of, the boy with dragon's blood, spread through the camps. Meanwhile, in the shadows, Prince Baelor Breakspear, a noble warrior and Targaryen prince, watches Duncan closely, torn between duty to his house and admiration for the knight's unbreakable spirit. As political intrigue deepens, Duncan and Aegon are caught between the wrath of lords and the will of destiny. What begins as a simple quest for honor turns into a struggle for survival and truth. The movie delivers everything fans of the Game of Thrones universe crave: stunning landscapes, fierce battles, and the moral dilemmas that define true heroes. Every clash of sword and shield echoes with purpose. Every drop of blood tells a story. In one of the film's most powerful moments, Duncan faces off against the very knight he once admired, fighting not for glory but for justice. The battle is raw, brutal, and heartbreaking, steel against steel, truth against pride. When the dust settles, the cost of honor becomes clear. Victory demands sacrifice, and Duncan learns that being a true knight isn't about winning, it's about standing for what's right when everyone else kneels. As the fires of rebellion rage, Duncan and Aegon are forced to flee, pursued by enemies and haunted by what they've lost. Their journey becomes a bond of brotherhood, a knight and his squire, united not by blood but by destiny. Through storms, betrayal, and heartbreak, they find hope in each other. Aegon's innocence challenges Duncan's doubts, while Duncan's courage shapes Aegon into the ruler he's meant to become. The film's climax arrives at the legendary Battle of Blackfyre Loyalists, a brutal confrontation that decides the future of the realm. Amidst thunder and steel, Duncan leads a hopeless charge, determined to protect Aegon the innocent. The visuals are breathtaking: dragons painted on banners, flames lighting the night sky, and warriors clashing beneath the roar of fate. When the final sword falls, the realm stands forever changed. In the aftermath, Duncan, scarred but unbroken, looks out across a dawn soaked in both victory and loss. Aegon, now aware of his destiny, kneels beside him, promising to build a world worthy of his mentor's honor. "You taught me what it means to be a king," he says quietly. Duncan smiles and replies, "No, Aegon. I only taught you what it means to be a man." The final scenes are filled with quiet emotion, A small campfire flickering in the distance, two souls sharing a moment of peace in a world built on war. As the camera pulls back, a familiar voice echoes through the wind, the voice of old Westeros, reminding us that legends never die, they become the stories that shape kingdoms. A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms isn't just a prequel, it's a tribute to the timeless themes that made Game of Thrones a phenomenon: power, sacrifice, loyalty, and love. With epic battles, unforgettable characters, and the emotional depth of classic storytelling, this film promises to bring back everything fans have been longing for, and more. Prepare to journey once again into the world of knights and dragons, where every choice carries the weight of destiny. The banners are rising, the swords are drawn, and a legend is about to be born. Coming soon, A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. In a world of fire and blood, one night can change everything.